We have another referral from Samantha Emmenizer for Nicole Lopez. Nicole is very nice and tries hard every day. We have one more from Lauren Rainey for Brooklyn Johnson. Brooklyn is so nice, funny, kind, and overall is a good person. She helps me with my work when I need it and gets good grades, and gets her work done on time. Way to roar.
Today's weather will be mostly sunny with a high of 62 degrees. Do you remember the word? What's the word? The word this week is perseverance. It means steady persistence in a course of action, a purpose, a state, etc., especially in spite of difficulties, obstacles, or discouragement. For example, when trying out for a sport and you're tired, practice perseverance and don't give up.
All right, so what's going on at the Park GP? Today is the last day of the quarter. Make sure that you use that wisely to get anything turned in. It needs to be turned in. All right, Nature Bridge is happening in 2 weeks. If you have not turned in your Nature Bridge permission slip or your money for your t-shirt, it needs to be turned in. Also, any of your medication forms and medicine have to be turned in to the nurse by April the 4th. You cannot bring medication out there without this form. Okay? Also, teachers, grades are due by noon tomorrow. So please make sure you are entering your grades, checking the county grade book guidelines. If you have questions, reach out to your admin or reach out to me. There is no school tomorrow. It's a teacher work day. There is no school on Monday. Students and teachers, we do have live announcements on Tuesday. All right. Students, GPMS Multicultural Night is April the 8th. Make sure you have your parents sign up so you come out. There's going to be free food, some other activities going on, and it should be a great night. And I see Miss Ted typing. I don't know what she's going to put on there, but I'll look. And we are going to have a end of the quarter raw referral drawing at next week. So if you put in a raw referral or you got a raw referral, of course, you get a chance to win a gift card courtesy of the GPNN show. And also, we're going to have our Women's History Month trivia contest next week as well. I'll be sending out that information and you get a chance to also win a gift card from that, courtesy of the GPNN News Network, the official news of the Grand Park Lions. All right. Miss Tech, didn't add anything else for Anchor 3?
I'm sorry. I'm going to go ahead and just say it because that's
okay.
technical difficulties. A huge congratulations and shout out to the 7th and 8th grade choirs. Our Lions mixed choir earned an excellent rating for their performance, and our Lions treble choir earned a superior rating. And both choir earned perfect marks for behavior and stage presence. Way to roar.
Way to roar. Good job, choir members, and awesome job, Miss Sutton. We see you. Thank you for all you do. All right, tell us about the yearbooks, Anchor 3.
Yearbooks are on sale now. The only way to guarantee you receive a 2024-2025 yearbook is to order it online. Also, the only way to personalize your yearbook or to order a hardback yearbook is to order it online. Please take a look at your yearbook canvas card or email for the ordering link /and/or ordering flyer. Please contact Ms. Thompson with any questions.
Let's take a look at the Lion Pride points and see who's leading the school for quarter 3. Griffith Main leads with 3129 points. Right behind is Kingston with 2939, Roar Haven with 2898 points, and Lions Club with 2634 points.
All right, sooner or later, I'm going to get y'all to say numbers like 3,129 for Griffiths Main, 2,939 for Roar Haven, 2,898 for Lions Call. I'm sorry, and no, it's backwards. Lions Call, you got 2,634, Roar Haven, 2,898, Kingston, 2,939. It looks like it's going to be not a tight race, and Griffiths Main is going to win the third quarter. Congratulations to Griffith, Maine. You have 3,129 points, unless something happens today. Go ahead, Anchor 2.
March is Women's History Month. Let's continue to celebrate Women's History Month. Let's learn about Shirley Chisholm.
First African American Congresswoman in history. Stay tuned for more as we share interesting facts from the biography of Shirley Chisholm for students. Shirley Anita St. Hill, also known as Shirley Chisholm, was born on November 30th, 1924, in Brooklyn, New York. Growing up in a predominantly black neighborhood there in New York, Chisholm would later move to Barbados with her grandmother. Taking her love for education to students after graduating from Brooklyn College in 1946, Shirley began her career as a teacher and would continue on to get her master's degree in elementary education from Columbia University. Shirley would also continue fighting for the rights of others, working for the New York City's Bureau of Child Welfare from 1959 to 1964. From there in 1968, the life of Shirley Chisholm would change history. That is where she became the first African American Congresswoman for the United States, beginning her 7-term run in the House of Representatives. Fighting for change in Congress, Chisholm would also become one of the founding members of the Congressional Black Caucus in 1969. As an advocate for change, Shirley just didn't stop there. In 1972, she made history again, becoming the first African American and second woman to make a bid for the U.S. presidency, although she wasn't able to get the support to secure the Democratic nomination. Shirley Chisholm would impact the world in other ways, including being an early member of the National Organization for Women and remaining active in the National Association for the Advancement of Colored People, also known as the NAACP. The life of Shirley Chisholm came to an end on January 1st in 2005. Chisholm lived to be 80 years old and passed away in Ormond Beach, Florida. For her life accomplishments, 11 years later, Chisholm would also be honored in November 2015 with the Presidential Medal of Freedom. So as you can see there, Shirley was a champion for change.
All right, I see Mr. Smith on my screen. I know the rest of the admin is somewhere around. It's time for that, I believe, February Student of the Month, or is it March?
Well, I might be a touch behind, Mr. Brown. So we've got January and February.
Okay.
And I believe I'm going to let Miss Lighty go first because I think she has a meeting. So I know all the students in class, you're probably tired of announcements already and maybe not paying attention, but pay extra attention because we've got multiple names to announce. And then Miss Lighty's fighting some laryngitis. So we need to be extra quiet so we can hear Miss Lighty.
Mr. Smith, the students are definitely not tired of the announcements. Nobody's.
No, they just like to talk to each other. They just like to talk. All right, go ahead, Miss Lighty.
All right, good morning. I probably need to share my list with somebody else too, but what I won't do is read everything about them. So for January, our 3 seventh grade students, listen up. January Student of the Month. Anna Immunizer from Ms. Llanos. Anna, you are awesome and diligent is the short version of it. Also for January, we have Precious. Precious, you're always prepared for class. Mr. Blumenfield is so proud of how you are showing mastery. And last but not least, for January, we have Ayari Morales. Ayari, Ms. Zavaba is so proud of how you come prepared every day, how you listen, and how you participate. January Student of the Month, 7th grade. Anna, Precious, Aruku, Deborah, and Ayari Morales. Please come to the front office. For February 7th grade, we have Adwa Akufu, Audra is very sweet. Thank you for all your hard work and effort from Miss Bandy. You are amazing. Aisha Frederick, day in and day out, you show all the characteristics by roaring, says Miss Wagner. Keep up the good work. Subaha Ayat, you're very respectful, kind, and hardworking. Keep up your creativity, says Miss Steck. Those are our January and February 7th grade student of the month.
Congratulations, students. Once again, that's Anna, Precious, Ayari, Ajua, Aisha, Subaha. By my count, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 7th grade math and science students. Y'all keep roaring. All right, who's next?
I am next. Lighty, good job pushing through there. All right, for January, for 6th grade students of the month, we have Ya Adu, and she was nominated by Miss Perez. So Miss Perez says that Ya is an incredibly hard worker, self-motivated, looking to encourage her friends and support them whenever they need help. And she has more patience than I could ever imagine a child to have. So congratulations, Ya. Next, we have Eli Nimico. Eli is a prepared student. This student was nominated by Miss Bearcat. Eli is a prepared student. Admire him for his hard work and completing work on time. He has a passion for learning and is both helpful and kind to his classmates and friends. And last but not least, for January, we have Brooklyn Johnson. Brooklyn Johnson was nominated by Miss Cox. Brooklyn is a wonderful student, is always on task and focused, and kind and helpful to her classmates. For February, we have Scott Silva. Scott Silva was nominated by Miss Zabava. So Scott comes to PE every day. He's dressed out. He participates. He has a positive attitude. And when somebody is struggling, he is looking to help them out with the day's activity. Our second student of the month for February, we have Henry Lopez. Henry Lopez was nominated by Miss Vaughn. Henry is not only a great student in class, but he often goes above and beyond when no one is looking. I often see him tidying up the classroom after everyone has been dismissed, and even though he's not asked to. He works well independently, and I often hear him keeping his friends on task. And last but not least for February, we have Violetta Barahona Arua. She was nominated by, sorry, I lost my place, by Miss Steck. Violet is a wonderful, hardworking student who always has a positive attitude. She's friendly, kind, always has a smile on her face, and produces high quality work. She's serious about her work, received honor roll last quarter. She constantly roars. So shout out to Ya, Eli, Brooklyn, Scott, Henry, and Violetta. After we are done with the announcements, please come up to the front office. We have some items for you as well as 25 house points. So, maybe we can close that gap a little bit today. We'll see how many of these kids are King's Den. Might have to give them a few extra. We only need 200. So
that's right,
Mr. McDonald.
All right, and now I have the January and February 8th grade student of the month. First off, we have Lorenzo Sandoval. Lorenzo was nominated by Miss Owace for the great follow-up questions he asks about homework and classwork, and the care and attention he puts towards his work. Next, we have Rosalia Escalara Carballo, who was nominated by Mr. Shipley, who says, Rosalia is respectful of the instructional time and is a shining example of order and discipline. And lastly, for January, we have Ambrose Rolfs, who was nominated by Ms. Zabava because he is always prepared for class, makes sure to have his water bottle, and he always tries his hardest and participates. For February, we have Darian Aviles Carballo, who was nominated by Ms. Dunn, who says he is a great example of roar in classroom and school. He always follows directions and knows what is expected of him, comes to class prepared, and raises his hand to participate. We also have Rayan Ahmed, who was nominated by Ms. Cox, who says that Rayan has made tremendous progress and notes her work ethic and focus and the development in her writing skills, and says she is becoming an exceptional writer. And last but not least, we have Nabila Banazada, who was nominated by Ms. Ayers, who says she shows high respect to teachers and classmates. She listens attentively and follows instructions, and she advocates for other students. So congratulations to our 8th grade January and February Students of the Month.
All right. Thank you, admin, for all those, for telling us about all those great students. Now, before we give you the word of today, 6th grade students and 6th grade students only, make sure you check your emails. I'm about to send you your incentive day link from Ms. Perez. So make sure you are checking those emails right now, and go ahead and tell us the word for today. Anchor, whoever, doesn't matter, Paige, Diana, Anna, somebody.
Have a thankful Thursday and a nice long weekend.
All right, everybody. Have a thankful Thursday, nice long weekend. 6th graders, check that email. Thank you, everybody. Bye-bye.